Oh. Where am I? Hold on. There I am! Hello! Oh. There we go. Hello there! Things are going very well, as you can tell. Oh. Bella, this is not the time- my dog's- What kind of noise is that, Bella? My dog- I think my dog is actually disintegrating. Anyways, hi! I am streaming Stanley Parable again, because last night, or yesterday- Bella, are you okay? That is not the sound you should be making, are you okay? I don't- like- you good? Hold on, I'll let my dog outside real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. My PNG tuber making those noises is really funny, though. That is true. It is quite funny. So... yeah, my dog just wanted outside. She was whining, but I think her throat was sore or something. But yeah, yesterday, I was playing Stanley Parable, and it was really fun. But, I didn't get... I don't actually know how many endings there are, so I'm just gonna keep playing the game until I, like, can't think of what to do anymore. So, I guess we'll just start the game here. And I'll stop the music. There we go. I checked the VOD, and it was a little bit, it was a little bit, quiet. The game specifically was. So, I'm gonna up the audio just a little bit. This is new. Hang on, hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Sure. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. No problem. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set as 12 and call it a day. Yeah. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's right there on my... the tablet that I use to check the chat. That's how I know you actually care about this experience, and you're paying attention. Yeah. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Well, they are. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. I gotta remember that. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll get you back to the video game now. Thank you, Stanley Panley. Alright, Stanley Parable 2. Here we are. I'll quickly, 90 seems good. Actually, you know what? It's fine on my side, but I think I gotta quickly change the OBS settings to make it louder. Is there Animal Crossing time skipping in this game or something? I don't think so. I would not be entirely surprised if there was, though. Maybe there's, like, a secret ending depending on the time or something. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, does that sound better? Is that good? Like, is the audio fine? I'm just gonna hope it is. Alright, let's begin the game. Begin the game again.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
Because I've already seen it. Okay, welcome back. Yahoo! So, I have a couple ideas of endings.
All of his co-workers
that I could do.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I'm thinking maybe I could, I'm gonna do more endings with the reassurance bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not truly alone. Not with the bucket alone.
Love this game. Alright, I'm thinking... There is one specific ending, which I know how to do it. Because I've already seen it. So...
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambler first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even
What is going on?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed
and
its
screamed
true
and screamed
form,
and screamed and
transforming into a mighty beast of untold
Oh no.
power, its fangs glistening like...
Ah!
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless.
What?
You've demonstrated such bravery here today.
What?
Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
What? Is the bucket...
All of his co-workers
Is the bucket,
gone.
like...
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
I guess I killed... Oh, the bucket's still
Perhaps he had
here.
seen
What
Mr.
happens if I pick it up?
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off
Okay.
on another thrilling adventure together.
Well, I guess I'm done with that. What the What the frick?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I think I haven't tried doing the, Rocket League route with the bucket.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere
What if
else.
I just jump?
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself from the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms.
I don't know how I touched the dark magic castaway inside of the bucket. I haven't gotten to that part.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I haven't read that part of Darkhold. I'm still on chapter 1.
The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfect. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you
Actually,
to do.
Bucket...
Stanley did not
No.
question why or how this bucket was
I disagree. I'm not gonna
It
go
should
there.
have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself
I
from the
miscalculated the
bucket, his
jump.
dearest friend. So he threw himself to his
The
death.
risk was calculated, but man am I bad at math.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
go
to
again.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps a good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Speedrunning this.
Stanley took the door on his left to go
Even
back
though
to
I
the
have
meeting
failed
room.
twice.
No,
said the bucket.
Okay, this time I
don't
gotta
go to the meeting room.
do
Go
it
somewhere
more
else.
calculated.
The cargo lift, yes. Good,
I'm bad
said
at
the
math.
bucket.
Now ride the
but
lift all the way to
maybe
the top.
I can try
There's
again.
something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why
Okay.
or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because...
Okay, I did it.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him,
Alright,
and
let's
he
go.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I wonder why this game has always given me Portal vibes. It's definitely inspired by Portal. I'm pretty sure.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
I didn't-
Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Okay.
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Well, okay. Real quick, what you said, Carrot Top, actually, piqued my interest. So I'm gonna quickly look up. Because, like, apparently originally Stanley Parable was, like, a mod. So, I want to see if that mod was for Portal.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Let's see here. No, it was a Half-Life 2 mod. It was a mod for Half-Life 2. I could do a stream of that at one point. I could try, streaming the Stanley Parable original mod, but the thing is that I don't have Half-Life 2, so I can't really do that. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the game. Actually, I wondered if it was a Portal mod, because that would make sense. But I guess Half-Life makes more sense. What? Portal, Half-Life, same thing. I mean, yeah.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios,
okay,
and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a
it's
bucket.
on. I don't think it's
okay, let's begin.
Always $5. Oh.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yeah.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Dang it! Duh, how could I be so stupid?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Dang it! Duh, how could I be so stupid?
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct.
Yahoo!
This is a bucket.
I did it! I'm the smartest man alive.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
I mean, is that not just a large bucket?
Is this a bucket?
Yes. Yahoo!
Correct. This is a bucket.
No explanation. Just no explanation. Yes, it is a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? What does that even mean?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Whew, that's it's a hard question. Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship
What are you talking
apart.
about?
I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase
No.
all buckets from the game.
No, don't you do that!
Okay, here we go.
No! No!
What happened? Is everything gone? How did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is
You might be
wonderful
onto
news.
something.
We're not buckets.
We're not buckets.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
All right. As a slime boy, I could mold myself into a bucket. Yeah, but I mean, I would be, like, really, like... I'd be, like, not very stable. I would probably just melt apart. Okay, this is...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna skip the bucket for now, to see if anything is different on its own.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, is it just a different office?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
Alright,
it perfectly well.
if this is just
Perhaps he wanted to stop by
normal
the employee
as
lounge first,
usual,
just to admire
then
it.
I'm gonna try something.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first
Okay,
time understood, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
I actually completely forgot what happens if I just do not obey what the narrator says completely.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look,
So if I
Stanley,
just go up,
perhaps we've
and
gotten
I
off
go
on
here,
the wrong foot here.
instead of just jumping off here.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
Boom,
your
permanent
trust in
bucket
someone else
mold.
can be difficult, but the fact is that
I mean,
story has been about
wouldn't be
nothing
permanent.
but you
I would just,
all this time.
I would just melt.
There's
I
someone
can't,
you've been
I can't hold
neglecting,
other
Stanley.
forms very well.
Someone you've
I should
forgotten
probably
about.
practice more on that.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who is her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's her? Is the phone?
That's her, Stanley.
Who
You
is
need to be the
her?
one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Fine. Okay. I guess I'm here now.
Oh, Stanley, is that
I
you?
can't move.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just
I can't
putting the
move.
in the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay.
This is a very sad story
Oh,
about
no.
the death of a man named Stanley.
H.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
L.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now
You know-
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No, I'm not gonna press V, I'm gonna press T. I said 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 I'm gonna press T. Okay, it's not working.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Okay.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Okay. spend time with the boys.
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Jay.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends
is the narrator
here,
a form of Stanley?
Gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Freaking multiverse story.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer.
Maybe we're all Stanley.
As long as he remains here, he's slowly
Maybe we're all
himself.
just versions of
He
Stanley.
won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm not doing it. He told me not to do it, so I'm not gonna do it. Okay, this is boring.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
I didn't
How can I tell
press
him in
it
a way that he'll
for like
understand
so long.
that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Please press V to question nothing. Okay.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Yeah, I
Not
get
so
you,
different, I
Stanley
suppose.
7309.
Try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
No,
Perhaps, well,
Carrot.
maybe this time he'll see.
Carrot Top, you're mistaken.
And I tried
Please
again.
die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I was looking at chat, and then I looked back, and it said, please die. But, you see, Carrot Top, it's not 7309, it's 616. Why? Because I want it to be 616.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
What happens if I do everything as told, and then I do that weird... Because at one point, I did the ending where I go down the stairs, and it didn't change
No one was here.
for a little bit, and I was confused, and so I was like, oh, I guess I won't do that then.
Perhaps his boss's office.
But I'm
was where
thinking
he'd
maybe
find
it changes
us.
right at the
Staircase,
end, so I'm gonna try
Stanley and
that.
the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Because I am holding the bucket.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
I'm
He considered
interested
the
to see what it
possibility of facing
is.
his boss,
Like what,
admitting
like
he
if
had
there
left
are
his post
anything,
during work hours. He might be fired
like,
for that.
if there is
And
any
in
difference.
such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe,
Let's
he thought to
let's
himself,
see if something,
maybe
like if
I am
anything's
crazy.
different.
He looked down at the
Oh,
bucket
yep.
in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket.
I just
The
didn't
bucket
wait
returned
long
his
enough.
gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized This isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
The bucket isn't real.
This is terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this.
Where'd it go?
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Not the bucket.
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating,
No.
which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
The
Where is
bucket!
it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley!
Bucket!
Stanley!
I'll find you!
The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of
Hey, so I know this is like a very bad time to pause, but I think my dog wants inside. So I will be- Yep, that's her. I'll be right back. The game is very realistic. It's hailing outside. I just realized it's hailing outside. So, sorry if there's any background noise, which there probably will be. And that's my dog. Okay, let's go back to it.
of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
I'll find you,
He
Bucket.
had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful.
Maybe the real Bucket
Stanley doubled over in agony.
was the friends we made along the way. Oh wow, it's a storm out there.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Jeez, it's really bad.
Mariella woke
Thank
up
goodness
one
I
day
brought
looking
my
up.
dog inside.
She rose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
He didn't have a bucket. Yep.
Had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Then she backflipped all the way to work. I wish I could backflip all the way to work. Although, to be fair, I do stuff at my home computer, so I guess I would just backflip out of bed. Which would also be cool. 1 second! I'm gonna see if I can try and fix the audio, because there's so much hailing. Okay, hopefully that's better. I just went into my program and then I like factored in the hailing for my suppression.
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Man. You have hail, but if I dare to step outside, my skin will peel off like a vampire. It's Canada. It's Canada. This is what Canada's like.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
My dog.
In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
My dog, she's so sad. Because it's hailing outside, I think. Or something. I don't actually know why she's sad. I think she's sad because there's, like, literally only me in the house right now, and all of my other family members are currently out doing something. She's so loud. No. I'm sorry, Bella. Here, hold on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna quickly, she's so sad. I'm gonna quickly, freaking see if I can get her to calm down. I'll be right back. The music stopped because my brother's using Spotify. This is messed up. Anyways, she was just excited that her siblings are back home. So, let's just go back to it then. Hopefully we don't have as many problems anymore. Because I really want to continue streaming, but there's just so much stuff going on.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Now what? Does... I don't know what to do now, because... Let's see. I'm trying to think of more variations.
This was not the correct way to the
of, like, what to do.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley.
Let's see what happens
yes,
if I just stay here.
Truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Oh, hey, it stopped hailing.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand
discover
adventure.
a game-breaking glitch, enter no doors.
All they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Let's just go this way.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door
Let's go this way.
to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite
What happens if I go
door.
down? Let's see what happens if I just go down.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very
It's an
much.
intervention.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new.
Yeah,
yes,
let's go.
Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's
go
do
the
it.
Adventure Line. Why not? Seems like fun.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yeah! Yeah!
Now this is what
really?
the Stanley Parable is all about.
You
Don't
cut
you
the
remember
music
all those
short.
Great jokes from the original dialogue.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
That was just me wiggling the camera to simulate
Don't you
movement.
get it, Stanley?
Because
we need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character
Stanley.
with so much personality.
I need this for my stream playlist. That'd be great.
Part of the cast all along, don't you agree?
Narrator.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't
No,
need me to spell it out for you.
I don't want to destroy the bucket.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
But I don't... Is there any way?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity
sorry,
and nuance
Bucket.
that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer
I can't destroy the bucket.
will be clamoring for after this. Okay,
I
the
can't.
Bucket Destroyer
I'm
is getting very
trying.
upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer.
What do I
until
do?
you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans.
I'm
Stanley.
trying.
Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
What? What?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential.
Oh,
we were
no.
going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now.
Oh no.
Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you
Bucket
were
Destroyer.
here, you were magnificent.
Dead. Anyway. Gotta say, I think they really shoehorned the Bucket Destroyer into the story. I mean, I think really, like, he was kind of killed off too early to be given any, like, real story impact.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the
let's
bucket
see.
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's try doing the story again. And just going ahead. And then seeing if there's any more alternating paths. Because honestly, I'm trying...
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now.
I can't think of any more
Perhaps his
different,
boss's
like,
office
things.
was where he'd... Coming to a staircase,
Different routes.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Let's see.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
That was like 28. I freaking messed it up.
But Stanley guessed
there were a lot of doors in that route. I assume they lead to different places. Maybe, I don't know. What?
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Let's see.
Yeah! Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
I did it.
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Alright. Oh, dog. Okay. Let's
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
What if... Did I already do the...
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control
No,
Facility.
I'm gonna escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to my certain doom. Whee!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Alright. Bye, bucket. Bye, narrator.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh, and Stanley's too. Stanley's life as well. But, like, I mean...
It was a shame,
more importantly,
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. The Hall of Bucket.
Can you see how
Yep.
arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his
This really is
short
just
life?
like history of buckets.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. I can't read. Woohoo! Aw, I can't fall into the void. That's disappointing. I wanted to fall into the void. I mean, I guess, what do I do now? I'm dead. More importantly, the bucket's dead. With the bucket dead, what else is there to do? I actually have no idea where I'm going. I can't go past here. And I can't go past here. Oh, I can take the bucket.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
We can quit the game.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools.
Literally
and implements if
exact
only we let
opposite of what I just
Stanley
said.
die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of
Okay.
a new world, a new vision.
Stanley did. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What now?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the... And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Can't open that door. I mean, I probably can, but I don't know how. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding them all. Mission status. Inside a sequel exhibit. Places to search. A large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs, somewhere both red and blue, nearby a fireplace, a private but smelly place for an important person. Oh. I see. So these are all the places where the like where the collectibles are. Interesting.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Fine. I guess we'll leave.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm just kind of doing the same thing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was
I'm gonna
once
reset.
again... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply met... Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace. Protective, yet delicate. Assertive, yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I don't know what to do, because, like, I could collect all of the collectibles, but there's no reward for it. Decisions. I guess... Let me... I don't know what to do. Because, like, I can't think of any more things to do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
said the bucket.
Are there any
now ride the
alternative
lift
routes?
all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
I think you
Stanley
should get
did
all
not
the Stanley
question
figures.
why or
I
how this
could.
bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course.
I mean, I
because
could.
buckets can't
There's only
talk.
6.
But Stanley
I've
chose
already
not to
collected
think about
2.
this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I think there's a, there's a Stanley figure in here, I'm pretty sure.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Because, like, it said a room with a lot of boxes, and this is a room with a very large amount of boxes. But I don't know where it is. Well,
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life
what if I
together.
just don't? Does anything happen? Because most of the time when it tells you to do something and you don't do it, nothing happens. Alright, I'll find the figures, why not? Let's go. I don't think I can with the bucket. I'm pretty sure a lot of these I have to not have the bucket.
And constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to
So
him.
if I go here...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I go into here. Okay, I'm gonna quickly, Alright, I have taken my screenshot. So, a large room, lots of boxes. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. And a private but smelly place for an important person. Is this some kind of game? So, red and blue, I'm pretty sure means the red and blue doors that appear if you just disobey what the
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Maybe it means this red or blue and blue room. Yeah!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands?
Mini-stands.
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes,
Stanlerines.
I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. So both red and blue.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
So I got
he had
one.
left his post during work hours.
And if I begin the game again, begin the game again, begin the game again, begin the game again.
All of his co-workers are gone. What could it mean?
And if I go back,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I wonder what it'll actually, like, what it'll say. I am interested to see what it says. This is new. What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
Am I
door
going crazy? That's new, right? I don't think I'm going crazy. That's new, right? That's new, right? I'm not insane? Oh, that was stairs, something to do with stairs. So, both red and blue is probably... Yeah, it's probably disobey the orders. A large room with lots of boxes, and a private but smelly place for an important person. So that's the, that must be the, boss's room. So I'm gonna go up here.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
bathroom
office.
Right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines. And now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Figlies is fun to say. So next... If I go back down here... Nope, I don't want to do that. And I can't go back. Wait, so... Oh, wait, here. I can't go back either, so if I begin the game again... Beginning again... I think I know what the red and blue is, which means that I have to just frickin' just disobey the orders completely.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back
I
to
don't
business,
remember that.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
There we go.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have 0 consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something
there
beautiful.
we go.
Look, you're getting close now, Stanley.
There's one more.
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlerines. Soon you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlerines. None of us can.
And then, what's the last one? A large room with lots of boxes. Okay. I think if I just begin the game again. If I begin the game again.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers. Stanley
Then I'll
thought.
go over.
How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
And I'll be able to get all of the
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
Yep. It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I was checking the stream chat for a second and I ran into a printer.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't.
I think that was a
5 years
printer.
ago.
I was looking at stream chat.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. But in his eagerness to...
Okay, I saw it. I just need to figure out how to get to it.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Wait.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below.
Okay.
You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor.
There, I did it!
The last
Stiggly Wiggly.
Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
I did it.
I would tell you
so
that
cool.
I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Woohoo! I did it. I am so good at video games. Okay, I'm gonna go through here. I don't actually know what this way is. I have never seen this part of the game, and I'm pretty sure it was in the original.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed.
Well.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory.
I have all the Yes, I do have all the Stiglerines now.
All to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Well, now I know what to do with the bucket. I can try doing that ending again, but with the bucket this time. What?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
What?
It's those figurines.
Oh.
Those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
I mean, I guess.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Do you not remember how this went last time? I mean, I guess. How dare you hurt the narrator like that? What are you talking about? When Stanley found the collectibles. The memory zone.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible.
The first ever collectible.
We had no idea of how many of them we'd find.
6.
Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
I got 7 out of 6. I'm so good at video games. This is like I'm the best at video games.
And here was the second Stanley. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But
that's
you
a cool
continue to
JPEG.
surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini-Stan? Can you remember?
Banjo-Kazooie 100% speedrunners be like. Under stairs. I'm pretty sure it was under stairs, right? Yeah.
Hey, that's exactly
I know, I'm
right.
so good.
It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You
See?
picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
And then...
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
What?
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What? What is this? What? Huh? This isn't what happened. This is not what?
This was the 5th mini-Stan,
Right.
and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly.
Yeah?
In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
I love videos.
Enjoy.
What? Yeah, I did.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that
YouTube
video,
channel.
but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Alright. Yeah, that was just a video from my YouTube channel. And then I found the last one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible.
Which?
The final figurine. Right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other.
Yeah.
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
There we go this way. And yeah. Oh, that's weird.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Okay. What?
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move
Okay, seriously though, this
Stop
part
the
must have been the
loading
most fun to
screen. Isn't there
program.
some way
Yeah.
we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards.
Yeah, let's just go backwards.
We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, this spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
It's flashing light. I didn't just see that, right?
Don't you remember the video we watched? Yeah, I love that video.
Alright, let's go.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of
Yeah,
this one. Good room, though. A solid
It
room.
is a neat room, but like, I'm worried though, because I never went here.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Where is... Oh, is it just this way? Yeah, that makes sense. And then... there was the boss's bathroom. Will it let me go here? No. I am confused on what's going on, exactly. And then this is the last
was our
one.
second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
No, it was the...
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does
Oh
anyone
wait, yeah.
ever choose
No,
to
it is
leave
the second.
Keep going.
I took the dum-dum juice. I forgot.
This is it. The very
I
first one
forgore.
we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep
We
going.
don't have any more.
What else is there? What came before this?
Oh, right. We're here now. There's the jump circle.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it.
The
now.
jump circle's a great
Look
idea.
how much fun the past is. I want more. More memory. Oh, yes. The two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Okay. And then... there's the room.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
Well, there's the title
There's
screen.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
There's the title screen.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason.
What the frick?
Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
The narrator has refunded your purchase.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Ah, Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
So I guess was that like one of the true endings?
To the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket
I'm gonna
was
try
wrong.
something.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
No,
go
I'm
to
not
the
going
cargo
to the
lift.
cargo. And now I'm here. Is this room any different as with the bucket? It sure is.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
What?
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so
Matt Pat's too scared to cover this game.
in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just
phone call.
an hour with the bucket.
Someone else can get it.
This is my golden ticket.
Hold on.
But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
One moment, please. I'm gonna pick up the phone. Oh no, was that copyrighted music? It better not have been copyrighted music. I just started playing Bear Ghost. I don't even listen to Bear Ghost. Let's continue. I didn't mean for that to happen.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Also, I think the muting messed up for a bit there.
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What do I do now? I guess I'll go left. Because now I'm really out of ideas on what to do.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Maybe if I go through with the main story, and then because I went through with the main story mostly, but then I made one decision at the end, so...
His manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
There we go.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
And then I go down. Better download the VOD as soon as you're done. Why? I mean, I have to download the VOD regardless because for some reason OBS messed up and it's not recording the VOD, it's only streaming. I have it set to stream, like, record as well as stream, so I'm gonna have to download it from Twitch directly as well, I think.
On an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was
download the VOD so the
monitored
copyright
by
music doesn't
guinea
get caught.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do?
I don't know if it is copyrighted music. OBS gives me a warning if it is copyrighted, right? Or is that something on the Twitch?
No!
Whatever, I don't know.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Also, somebody better post the game to...
Stanley decided that this
somebody...
would never
I can't
again
read.
exert its
Also, seriously, somebody better post to the
life.
Game Theorist
For
subreddit
he
about
and
the
the
bucket or the
bucket
narrator,
would
because they
dismantle
both
the
have so much
controls
lore
for
dropped
good.
in this game.
Two best
Yeah.
friends, Stanley
I don't
and the
watch
bucket,
game
up
theory,
against
but...
the world.
Yeah.
They high-fived in a really cool way.
Yes. Yeah.
The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Off. I turned it off this time rather than on. So I guess I
Stanley
don't
and
get
the
to see the
bucket
funny
waited in
birds.
blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
What?
What? Wait. What was happening?
Why
had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
An
unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket. Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
The building betrayed me.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
Oh, man.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Well. And there... I actually have no idea what other endings I can do now. Like, legitimately, I have no clue what else.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Like, what other endings there are.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know. 'Cause, like... Yeah, I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Can I survive the jump if I go down here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Like, if I go down, I go here. Is it possible for me to survive the fall from, like, here?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Dog mode. I got the whiteboard ending. Frick yeah.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Stanley's dog.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps no. Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Yes.
There's reverb here.
Go to the cargo lift.
Is there a way to get over here? I have no idea. I'm lost. I don't know what to do.
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Dang it, I can't open this door.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there.
I can spam click with this.
This point.
Watch
Stanley,
this.
How could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness. I think we have
There has to be some way to the bottom. I'm pretty sure. Although it might just be a simple like it might just be a simple like death zone where if you touch the ground you immediately die regardless.
Please, step in here.
But I am not sure. What if I say everything isn't a bucket this time?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct.
What
It
if
is
I get
a
everything
hologram
right this
of a
time,
bucket,
actually?
not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this
This is a
bucket?
mold of a bucket.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
This
Item
is a
3.
bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yeah.
Correct. This is a bucket.
This is not a bucket.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yeah.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a
Yes,
bucket?
this is a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Is this a bucket? I forgot. Yeah?
Trick
Oh,
question.
right, it was
Both. Gotcha.
both. It was both, not a bucket and a bucket at the same time.
Item.
And then
Wait,
you
hold
can't
on,
find
I
the
can't
next
find
one.
the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
And then nothing is not a bucket because it's not. There.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
Yeah, I
But
think it
now
leads
I'm
to the
somewhat
same
adrift.
ending.
Do any of us know what a... bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley,
No,
I can't
you're-
keep doing
I-
this.
I
I'm
I
losing
pressed
myself,
no.
and myself was all I ever had to
What?
begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
And everything disappears. Right? Yeah. Okay, it's just the same ending. That's fine.
What
That's
happened?
okay.
Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, here's what? I'll reset everything, and we'll put back all of the buckets.
Anyways.
Okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay, I actually don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Like,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm
Stanley decided to go to
actually
the
like I
meeting.
have no
Perhaps
idea
he had
what
simply
else
missed a memo.
there is. Also, unfortunately, we have lost dog mode.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the
Oh.
achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement
Yeah?
is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Okay.
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, 20 clicks into door... to door 417, right? Yeah. Where is door 417? Is this door over here? Here it is.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay. I can't. The door's closed. Door's stuck! Yeah, no, door- the door closed on me! I can't get the achievement! Let me in! Let me in! Anyways. Yeah, yeah. Man. Why would the narrator make it impossible to get the achievement? I don't know, it might have been like a game glitch.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers,
like-
Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Wait a minute.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yeah, it said 437. But there is no door 437.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. I thought the game glitched out. Can I glitch myself into the wall with this door or something? Nope.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Dang it, I thought I could do a funny. But I can't do a funny. Most of the things added to the sequel seem to have some story importance.
He wanted to wander about.
Is there any way to interact with the balloons?
off
There might
track.
be a way to
So
interact
now, in order
with the
to get
balloons.
back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Wait, I don't think I've seen this, actually.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Sure.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Alright. I don't actually remember...
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Well,
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
What?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
where'd the bucket go? Where's the bucket? What happened to the bucket? It's usually here, right? Is the bucket just gone? No. No, the bucket. Where'd the bucket go? Ah! I gotta find the bucket. It can't have just disappeared, right?
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Okay, so, two things. One, you can't interact with the balloons, and two, I just realized that the balloons were gone, so there was probably a special story moment there. And I missed it.
What new mysteries lay in store
Well-
for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
Like, there was probably some sort of, like, special condition.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was
So I
not
guess
the correct way to the
I just
meeting
missed
room.
that.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place
Right, I've already
eventually.
done this part.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Yeah, I don't know what to do now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. And indeed it was.
Wait. This is new, right? Yeah, this is new. What is this? What the freak?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I think Yeah, I think I might call it here. I mean, it's almost 6. Or maybe don't follow the adventure line. I think I have to follow the adventure line. There's nowhere else to go. Yeah, I think I might just end it here, because really, I actually have no idea what else there is. I mean, there's definitely more. I know for a fact that there's more, but I don't know how to find it or how to get to it. So I think I might just, call it quits here. Yeah, it is 5:55, and I end at 6. So, yeah. That was fun. I don't know what to do, actually, next, because there's more stuff to play in Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. There's definitely more stuff. If I go and check the Steam... There's, played the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. There's all the different things. Super go outside, don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Set all setting sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. Oh. I gotta get that achievement. What if I just open the game again? Hold on, I'm gonna open the game again. We gotta get that achievement, man. Oh wait, right, I forgot. No, 5:57 isn't my favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? Yeah, I'm sorry. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 5:57 PM is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is... exactly accurate? I can just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I think I'm learning to more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all of the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Okay. Okay, I did it. Where's the achievement? Where's my achievement? I set all of the sliders to max. Settings World Champion. Set all of the setting sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. That's what I did. Aw, dang, you're right. I gotta quit and then go back into the game then. Developed by Crows. Written by Davey Redden. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I can't see my mouse. Do I just set it to max? Okay, I guess I'll just set it to max. Please just until yeah. Please just later until the dog and cat are friends. Heck yeah, they're buddies. Oh wait, but wait, what do I do here? What do I do here? I gotta set it to max, man. I can't see the mouse. It's not showing me the mouse. So I just gotta, like, try and do it. Come on. Come on, I can do this, right? What the frick? Okay. Please, come on. There! Which of the two made-up words below are most appealing to you? Occuboinkle or Scrumtush? I love Occuboinkle, but I gotta get the achievement, man. I gotta keep, like, pressing the Windows button and then stop pressing the Windows button. Please don't adjust it. No, I got it, man. I got it, okay? I keep pressing the Windows button. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes, I was technically supposed to stop 2 minutes ago. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yes. What is time anyways? Yes. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. Yes. Will you come back to visit me? Yes. Stanley Parable 2! I still haven't gotten the achievement! Why isn't it giving me the achievement? I set everything to max! Wait, maybe it includes all the- oh! There's secret settings here. I gotta do this. It's not doing it. It's not doing the thing.
This is the
It's not doing the thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Why is it not doing the thing? Give me the achievement, Steam! Freaking... What the heck, man? It's not giving me the achievement. Freaking... Hold on, let me... Frickin... What the frick? What the frick? Can you see this? You seeing this? Or is it not seeing... Are you not seeing this? Is it not seeing this? Hold on. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing? It's not. What? What? Ladies and gents, another fancy word for people using it. I know! It's not... What is this? It isn't fair, that's what it is. Frick this, I'm resetting... Wait, do you want to reset settings to the default? All in-game oh yeah. Please, and thank you, yes.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Frick this game. It didn't give me the friggin' achievement. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna... No, just kidding, I'm back. Thank you for watching my stupid live stream. I actually have no idea why it didn't give me the achievement. Like, I'm genuinely very confused on that. Because it should've, right? Whatever. Thank you for coming to my live stream and watching me play Stanley, Panley, Ultranley, Delanley, whatever. And that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I do have a YouTube channel. Okay, bye! I forgot to stop streaming. Okay, bye!